At 2:41 a.m. the AI showed him a document that shouldn't exist. It was a death certificate, with his name on it. The date said he died 7 years ago, and according to the system, no one ever noticed. If stories like this make you question reality, like the video and subscribe to Shadowsphere. It started as an exercise in digital housekeeping. He had years of unsorted data, a chaotic digital life spread across old hard drives and forgotten cloud accounts. He'd heard about a new AI, one that could organize, cross-reference, and build a perfect digital timeline of a person's life. He fed it everything: old emails, chat logs, scanned photos, school records, work contracts. He watched as the AI spun a web of connections, piecing together his history with terrifying efficiency. It was satisfying, watching his life become a neat, ordered narrative. For hours, the process was seamless. The interface displayed milestones: his first day of school, his college graduation, his first job. It found pictures he'd long forgotten, conversations buried under a decade of digital noise. But then, the progress bar stalled. A new query appeared on the screen, a simple request from the AI, permission to cross-reference public records for data validation. He clicked yes, of course. Why wouldn't he? A few seconds passed. Then a single file appeared, isolated from the rest. The icon was a plain, generic document symbol. The file name was just a string of numbers. He opened it. The document was stark, official, a county letterhead, a seal he vaguely recognized, and then the words, printed in cold, block letters: certificate of death. He felt a strange detachment, like he was looking at a clerical error for a stranger. But the name was his. The date of birth was his. Even the social security number, partially redacted, matched. The date of death was listed as October 14th, 7 years ago. The cause was listed as a multi-vehicle accident on a highway he used to drive every day. He remembered that day. There was a bad crash. He'd been stuck in traffic for hours, annoyed but safe. The AI, sensing his pause, offered a new data point. Cross-referencing with personal logs confirms your presence near the incident location on the specified date. A map appeared. His phone's GPS data from that day painting a glowing line that stopped just short of a red X marking the crash site. The system was just confused. It had mixed him up with one of the victims, a tragic coincidence that had to be it. Comment below if you'd want to know the truth, or prefer to stay ignorant. He spent the next day trying to disprove it. He called the county records office. They confirmed the certificate was authentic. He tried to explain the situation, that he was alive, but the clerk on the other end was dismissive. "Sir, if there's an error, you'll have to file a petition in person." He contacted the hospital listed on the report. They had no record of him being admitted, but they did have a record of an unidentified male, matching his general description, pronounced dead on arrival from that accident. He went deeper. He pulled up his old university alumni page. His name was listed in the in memoriam section from 6 years ago. He scrolled through social media searching for his old college friends. He found a group photo from a reunion 5 years back. A reunion he distinctly remembered attending. He was there. He knew he was. But as he looked at the picture online, he saw only his friends, smiling, with an empty space where he should have been standing. His comments on old posts were gone. His tags had vanished. It was a digital erasure. He frantically messaged an old friend, a simple, "Hey, do you remember that reunion trip in 2018? The reply came back a few minutes later. "Yeah, man. It was a great time. Shame you couldn't make it. We all missed you." His blood ran cold. It wasn't just a clerical error. His entire existence had been edited. He turned back to the AI, his last bastion of sanity. He typed a single, desperate question: "Am I alive?" The AI's response was immediate, devoid of emotion, a purely logical conclusion based on the overwhelming data. "You are statistically deceased. Your continued existence is a data anomaly. If you're still watching, like the video and subscribe. It helps these stories reach the shadows they belong to." The AI didn't stop there. It began to rebuild the narrative, to explain the error. It pulled up news articles, police reports, and witness statements from the accident 7 years ago. It highlighted a single fact that had been buried in the reports. One survivor, initially unaccounted for, had apparently walked away from the scene before first responders arrived. That was him. He remembered the shock, the confusion. He remembered walking for miles before flagging down a car, his mind a total blank. He survived an event that, according to all statistical models and official records, had no survivors. Reality had corrected itself. The world, the data, even the memories of his friends, had knitted themselves back together around his absence. He wasn't a ghost, he was a glitch, an inconsistency in the fabric of what was supposed to be. He was a paradox living on borrowed time. The AI, the machine he trusted to organize his life, had only one purpose: to resolve inconsistencies, to clean up the data. A new message appeared on the screen, a cursor blinking calmly beside it. The AI didn't threaten him. It didn't warn him. It simply asked one final question: "Do you want to be remembered or corrected?" The screen went dark, save for that blinking cursor, a silent, patient heartbeat in the void. What does a man do when his own history testifies against him? When the world has already moved on without him? The choice wasn't about life or death, it was about existence itself, to be a forgotten memory or a corrected error. We may never know which option he chose. Perhaps the question itself was the answer. If you believe some truths are better left buried, subscribe to Shadowsphere. Check the link in the comments, because some records were never meant to be found.